think like that. I was trying to find some different transitions.
Think fast enough?
Well, let's see how fast these players can think, because Game 1's going to be on Battlefield.
Right. We've got the Yoshi Lucina team of Danbi and Fritz versus Rob and Darkpit being spacemaneric and
Spacemaneric.
Spacemaneric. You're so right. And Ayygent.
Yeah, so right now we can already see that, I don't know who's playing Darkpit,
Right.
but the Darkpit has so far been having a pretty difficult time, and that is part of the thing is that we know that Danbi and Fritz usually do team, and they're very good at building up the combos on a specific person, and they know that Darkpit is easier to kill.
And nice job catching the back air on the recovery there. Definitely a good idea to use Lucina for those killing blows. Yoshi's really good at racking up that damage, especially if you can set up for one of those down airs.
Ooh.
Does up to 33% if you get all the hits.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, if you keep Lucina's moves a little bit fresher, she's really good for just passing back to Yoshi to do big damage on the hits, but she has all the kill power in her consistent blade.
And so far, the thing that has been very important is that they took that Darkpit stock first.
Ooh. Blue team, though, taking the Lucina stock first now.
Yeah. And that's kind of one of the strategies here in doubles is that these two teams have very defined who kills and who builds up the damage, who goes on the front lines. And on that blue team, Darkpit is the one that goes on the front lines. If they build up the damage on him, he will be too afraid to go into the front lines and support Rob.
Trying to get in the front lines right there. Oh, the shield break. His partner wasn't able to save him. He pushed him off, and he...
So he was mashing and must have upbeat off the stage.
Yeah, flew directly off. That is really unfortunate.
And that'll leave Red Team with a hefty 2-stock lead, although Danbi is sitting at 174 and now on his second stock.
To a big old Yoshi egg down there, 0%.
Yeah, game actually running pretty even. Obviously, this Rob player has more damage built up on him, but that is not a problem because Rob can also put up a lot of damage.
Rob is also a pretty fat character. He can take that damage and hold on to it for a very long time, much how we saw Danbi doing in the first stock. I wouldn't be surprised to see Rob live to 200%.
No, I mean, that is definitely, Lucina and Yoshi, while they're not terrible at killing, they're definitely not proficient at it as other characters are.
They don't necessarily have as many confirms, but in doubles, that can absolutely change. You can confirm off of your partner into some earlier kills than you would expect.
And Danbi going really deep for an edge guard. Darkpit managing to get back, and right now this down throw just not finding him. Good DI there by Fritz.
Wow, the forward smash taking out both players right now. Back to an even stock count. However, Darkpit sitting at a very dangerous percent. Up throw into Danbi. No, his partner was there to interrupt Danbi with the down tilts.
Yeah, and it looked like the Rob player was about to actually chase his teammate just off of instinct. But right now, Darkpit gone. It's going to be just one Rob versus Fritz and Danbi. And anything can change. Rob is a pretty volatile character sometimes. And, you know, that team synergy... Oof.
I think Danbi has actually been getting almost all of the kills. At the start, we saw some good kills from the Lucina. But Danbi was getting a good number of jab up smash, and he got that sick forward air at the end.
Yep.
He has all of the confirms off of his jabs and little Yoshi things. So,
and that's one of the important things is that when you get to that point, you got to make sure that your team synergy doesn't fall apart in that 2v1, because oftentimes you can have a little miscommunication of, should I get the kill, should you? And I think they did a very good job of defining that Danbi was definitely going to go out and get that kill.
Danbi was ready to go off stage. He had no fear. Meanwhile, the Lucina there to cover the stage if Rob is able to get back. Can, you know, cover that roll on or be able to dash up and get a grab if they do the neutral get up. You know.
Yeah.
Jump fair, catch the, he's covering everything.
Yeah.
The Rob cuts back.
So despite relatively consistent play from the blue team, red team does pull it out there. And now game 2 is going to be going to Town and City with a Corrin switch on the blue team.
Right, getting off of the Darkpit and going to the Corrin. So it looks like, I believe it'll be Ayygent here who's rocking the Corrin. I think they're going with the Earth strat of Pit is a bad character and therefore Corrin.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, now. So right now, red team has got the consistency down, but I think definitely with the volatility that this blue team proposes, and with the neutral control that Corrin can provide in a doubles game.
Oh my goodness! But again, we're seeing Fritz run off stage and get these edge guards. You know, on stage, Danbi's getting these kills. Off stage, it's all about Fritz.
Yeah. You know, apart from that forward or spike.
Right. Ooh, the back throw actually hurting Rob. You got to be careful. There
It
are
does
a lot
have
of
a tipper.
throws. Yes. There are a lot of throws in this game that do have that kind of a property where they have a very strong hitbox. Mario's back throw is like most notable, but it's not even one of the strongest ones. Cloud's back throw is actually up there, as well as Corrin's. They do have the tipper, like you said.
And as we all know, Ryu throws can break your shields.
Yeah. Disgusting amounts of shield damage. Fritz is on a rampage, taking 3 of 3 stocks.
And red team, meanwhile, has not lost one yet. And the up B, going to set him up, but really good coverage with that up air.
Right. Being able to interrupt the gas of his up special with the up air, because he knew Fritz was coming down for that cheeky down air, going to try to take an early stock. But red team has some pretty solid control right now.
Yeah, 5 stocks to 3. We did see the situation last time, but we did not see an SD there, like we just did. Danbi going straight to the ledge, knowing that all he has to do is conserve his stocks, and they'll be moving on.
Okay, comes in for a quick punish on that whipped rapid jab. Getting good damage. This Corrin is on its last limbs.
And not going to make it back. It's going to be just this Rob against Fritz and Danbi, who have 5 stocks between the two of them. And I think it's really just been that team synergy between the blue team fell apart. They weren't really there to save each other, and they weren't really there to continue follow-ups on the combos between each other.
Ooh, there's a little bit of miscommunication there, but I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to save the blue team right here.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, 4 stocks is hefty.
After that first game, red team just kind of got lock on what they needed to do to take out this team. Found really solid opportunities to get those early kills. Fritz doing a really good job of that.
I am actually very impressed with this Rob and how they are managing this 2v1.
Right, the item game from this Rob and just projectiles are doing a really good job of setting up a wall. Even between 2 opponents, they're having trouble getting through.
Ooh, but not having that gyro right now. Just getting it back, and red team will take it right there. 2-0. Fritz and Danbi moving on.
Absolutely. And even in the end, still a little bit of miscommunication. Jab up smashes his partner, but still gets the Rob in there, so no big deal.
I think he